Hey, welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. I'm Artie Lange. Brett Stover's here. We're talking with former NFL great and current great person. How's that sound? Brian Westbrook played for the Eagles, not the Redskins. His brother played for the Redskins, and he played for the Niners. So I was just saying, as we got rudely interrupted by the commercials, that in my lobby today in the hotel, I felt there was a woman there hitting on me because I have a show down here, you know, and I felt I could have had sex with her.
Probably.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
So if that's what's going on for me, what is it like to be a player? Like what? Like just give me from a scale of 1 to 10. What is the broad situation like?
Well, I would think, and I'm not, I'm down here working.
She was a solid 7.
Yeah, really?
Okay, she was a solid 7. So if I'm pulling a 7,
If you're telling me she's a 7, I feel like she was a 3.5.
let me tell you something.
That's what I truly feel.
Let me tell you something. That's even being a little too nice. No, she was okay. She was a 6.
Well, this is the truth. When you're an NFL player, a lot of times you get women just hitting on you.
Yeah.
They're trying to get with you, and a lot of times it's just because you have the notoriety, you have the celebrity.
So they're what we call hookers.
Yeah, well, you add that to the list. But in the Super Bowl, it's even more so. I mean, if you can think about it, groupies or all the women that are trying to get with you in each individual city. It's 32 cities. They all come to the Super Bowl and try to find a player.
Yeah.
And so even you can get lucky at the Super Bowl.
Now, let me tell you something. This is my point about Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow doesn't have sex. How is that possible? How is that possible?
I don't know.
If I'm pulling a 7, that's really a 6 or maybe a 5.
Or 3.
Okay, maybe 3. She sort of looked like me. But no, if I'm pulling any broad down here, and just because I have a show is my point. You guys, it really at a rookie symposium, that would be my biggest thing I talk to you guys about.
Well,
about the hookers.
They talk about.
But I'd
the
say
women.
hooker. I'd say, you know what? None of this politically correct stuff. When the doors are closed, I'd say there are whores. There are whores looking to ruin your life.
Right.
They're going to ruin your life.
Well, honestly, that is true.
Yeah.
That is. In some cases, that's true. But
not every woman.
But you know what? The bottom line is this.
85%.
The guys have to have some self-control.
Yes.
You have to be an adult. You have to be able to say, hey, this is the line that I'm not going to cross.
Right.
And
well, what is that line? 3.5?
Some guys is blurry, but the truth is you have to have your standards, and whatever that line is, don't cross it.
Yeah, some chicks you look at, I mean, you wish it was vision was blurred.
A little blurry, yeah.
Honestly, it's really it's fun down here. Now, where was your Super Bowl? You played in the.
We played in Jacksonville, and it was not nearly as fun as New Orleans at all.
I've been there.
Jacksonville sucks.
I mean, bunch of mosquitoes.
You think you're going to Florida, it's going to be nice and warm, but it's North Florida. It's like really southern Georgia. It was cold.
Right. Like being
no
in Maryland.
city life. What? Watch your mouth. Maryland's nice. I like Maryland. I live there.
You did? Or you grew up in D.C.?
I still live there.
Oh, you still live in Maryland?
Yeah.
Why would that? Why would you do that?
Because that's where I grew up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's got a horse ranch out there.
I got a horse farm there.
You believe that he's a cowboy?
Absolutely.
Are you a cowboy?
I am a horseman. Absolutely.
What does that mean? So you don't want to say cowboy because you're Dallas Cowboys?
Absolutely, that's it. You're picking it up. You're picking it up. You're a little slow, but you're getting it. You're getting
Honestly,
it.
what do you think? What do you think of this situation? I mean, like look at me and look at this studio.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it crazy that they did this for me? Like, how long could I possibly last in this job?
Hey, man, you know what? I had a guy. I'll tell this story all the time. It was a guy that played with me named Reno Mahe.
Yeah.
And he said he would come to me. He wasn't the best player. He was just an average player, but he would come to me every Tuesday. We would get our check. He'd be like, Wes, look, I fooled him again for another week. I fooled him again.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing,
I'm
man.
fooling him. But I've been doing it in show business for now 17 years.
Well, you've been fooling for 17 years. I'm trying to get to 18.
You're right. I'm basically a con man.
But you know what? The bottom line is you're doing a good job, though.
Yeah,
everybody's talking about you. Everybody knows you.
Are they?
I was begging to get on it. I had to beg Brent to get on the show.
No, I got a feeling we were begging you.
No,
that's what it sounded like.
No.
He's texting his dinner plans every 5 seconds.
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta eat too now.
I'm sorry. Brett, what do you have for Brian?
Well, no, first off, he's a pleasure to work with. Second off, though, he and Trevor Price, who's on the show with us on CBS Sports Network, 2 to 3 local time here every day.
Trevor's here, by the way.
Yeah, Trevor. Yeah. Trevor's coming back officially tomorrow night, but they go head-to-head because the man to your left there, Brian Westbrook, continues to contend that even the way football is now, which is an offensive passing league, there is still a spot for star running backs.
Absolutely.
And he and Trevor go back and forth on that. So state your case.
I'll say this. That's not the reason why. That's not the only reason why me and Trevor go back and forth. We bump heads because Trevor is what I like to call a wealth of erroneous information.
Right.
Now, a lot of it, some of it's true, but the most of it's just not true.
Right.
So you got to kind of sift your way through all the BS to get to the true part. Like, let me give you a perfect example. Beginning of the season, he says Blaine Gabbert, and you should know Blaine Gabbert.
I don't know who he is.
That's my point.
Right.
You don't need. Nobody knows who Blaine Gabbert is. He said he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Right.
Yeah.
And obviously, he's not. He's probably the 31st
Is that true?
ranked quarterback in the
Blaine,
league.
who?
Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback.
Jaguars quarterback.
Was the best
Bites
quarterback.
your tongue.
He's average.
Bite your tongue.
Blaine Gabbert is the worst quarterback in the
Bite
league.
your tongue.
And,
When you talk about Blaine.
and Trevor,
Well, why is that? Why would he say something stupid like that?
Because he wants to hit a home run.
information.
Yeah.
Erroneous
information.
And so we sit here, we have this conversation, and at this point, Brent's looking at me like, why are you even entertaining this?
Yeah, what, I mean, what?
Really?
Trevor is just
that's where
totally
we're going
wrong.
now? Wait, hold on. How do I talk in this thing?
You can talk.
Can the world hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
That guy's an idiot. Okay, let me tell you what he thinks. That running backs run a passing league.
Yeah.
Any idiot can run a ball.
Sure.
Let's be honest
What?
with that.
Is he
No.
Trevor, you had one.
Wait,
the only
stop.
one job that you had to do was to tackle the quarterback. And you only, in your 14-year career, you did that 95 times. That's it. You made 95 plays in 14 years. That's my point. Any idiot can do that.
Listen, at the end of the day, any kid you give a ball to, say, hey, just don't get hit by the other big guys.
Right.
Absolutely.
They
Just
can
try
run.
to get
Hey, listen.
there's no discernible talent of being a running back.
I just have to-
We gotta be able to run.
Look how big Trevor is. Look how big.
Cavemen used to run from tigers.
Look how big
That's what make them great
Trevor
athletes.
is 6'6", 300 pounds, and he made 95 plays in a 14-year career. Now, he went to the Pro Bowl 5 times, and I have no clue how this happened.
Wow.
Because you only
95
made 2. How'd you only get 2 Pro Bowls?
That's my point.
Because he plays
Exactly.
running back. There
Running
you go.
back, this is the thing about running backs.
Nobody
The key
cares.
to successful offenses are running backs.
What are you? What is wrong with you?
You have to have a quarterback, yes, but your running back helps the offense to go. Frank Gore.
Listen.
Look at the 2 Super Bowl teams.
Listen.
Frank Gore, LaMichael
Listen.
James, 2 capable running backs.
Yeah,
Super Bowl
capable.
team.
Everybody's a capable running back. I'm going to leave you with this.
Please leave us with
Look at the people that get paid the most in the NFL.
Yeah.
Right.
They are the guy that throws the ball.
Yeah.
And the guy that tackles the guy that throws the ball.
Okay, is that true?
That does, but
More than running
no,
backs?
no, listen.
What? It's not even close.
They get paid the most. That doesn't mean they're the most important.
Okay. Well,
Or the guy that's least important gets paid the most? Who's your
No,
agent?
the guys with you're just bad. You're just
What do
bad.
you mean I'm just bad?
You're just bad.
The Artie Lange show has been hijacked. By
no,
the
that's
way.
fine. I mean, I think it's an
It's
interesting.
an argument that we've been having for 16 weeks.
Well,
and
this-
you show me 10 teams that have great running games, and I will show
Well,
you.
let me ask
show
you
you
this.
2 of them
What
that are in
happened
the
to your
playoffs.
boy J.J. Watt, the best player in the world, according to you? They can get after the quarterback. They can do this, that, and the other.
Well.
And what is he doing? He's watching the game just like me. Just like you.
Just like
me.
Just like Adrian Peterson.
Well, there you go.
That doesn't count.
What do you mean that doesn't count?
What,
That's
Adrian
not a
Peterson-
rolling-
Adrian Peterson, he didn't have no quarterback. He had no wide receivers. All he had was a tight end and him. That's it. And no pass rush.
But so wait, I don't understand. So what you're saying, Trevor, is that
It's
you
false.
think,
Don't
think
listen to
running
it. All you
backs
do is
are
confuse you.
obsolete?
Obsolete. I wrote
Really?
a piece for the New York Times.
Obviously,
did?
New York Times is crazy.
I am a journalist.
You wrote a
I
piece for the New York Times.
about the 2 kids that are about to be drafted in the first round last year, Trent Richardson and Luke Kuechly, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And I was saying that they were going to run into each other in first and second down, and when all the money's made in the third down, coach is going to say, hey, both of you come out the game. We need some fast people out
But
the
don't
field.
you? What about the
and
idea
ball.
that you got to establish a running game to make a passing game work?
No,
What about that?
you do not have to establish it because the field is spread out.
It
Why
is.
Why do you need a running back?
Oh,
What do you need? Colin Kaepernick is the best rusher the
Listen,
49ers have.
don't ask me. I thought Brian played for the
Well,
Redskins.
what about? Let me ask you this. What about Alfred Morris? What about
him?
Adrian Peterson single-handedly took his team to a playoff.
Yeah, okay.
Without a pass rusher, without a quarterback,
right.
without a wide receiver, without
Great.
anybody on the
Great.
defense, just him. MVP of the league.
There is a doppelganger to Adrian Peterson somewhere, and he's an alien. So there's somebody that there's an exception to every rule. The man's the exception.
I feel like I'm in the writers' room at Martin Lawrence's sitcom, right?
No, this is not this argument we've been having for so long.
It's just
like,
because obviously I'm right and he's wrong. That's the problem.
Well, no, I got to say one thing, but I don't mean to disagree with you because you're a big guy. I don't want to aggravate.
Yeah, well.
But I think that running backs are. I mean, they're a staple of the game of football.
Nobody cares.
Watch this game this Sunday. I guarantee you, Frank Gore,
these two teams,
LaMichael James
these
will
two
have a
teams
field
have the 2 best defenses in football.
No, that's not true by any means.
Well, yeah, they do. Name me 2 better. I'll wait.
The Giants.
Get the hell out of here.
Texans? Seattle?
No.
I can name a whole lot of them better. What are you talking about?
What about the Padres?
No.
And I'm not talking about San Francisco. I'm talking about Baltimore.
Oh, okay. Baltimore defense stinks. Yes, that's great. But the reason they're going to the playoffs is not Ray Rice.
I'm not saying that it is.
Oh, okay, then if you're saying running backs are so important.
No, you said their defenses suck. That's what you just said. The two defenses suck.
I got to jump in. Because Artie,
You do it because I'm scared.
Brian Jones is our good buddy. You want to talk about scared? Brian Jones and Trevor Price. I did a show one Saturday with them, college football, because Trevor does college as well.
Right.
They've never been on the same set together.
They didn't ask me. They didn't ask me back.
They didn't ask you back.
It was a one
you
show.
can't come back. Why not? Why not?
I mean, can you imagine he and Brian Jones?
No,
I mean,
Brian's
about
crazy.
To get physical.
Yeah, Brian's a nutcase.
No. I said something like, "Hey, who's playing?" They were like, "Alabama." I said, "I don't care," and they were like, "You can't come back."
On the air.
And that was
College football show.
that was the end of that.
Do you not care about the college game?
Absolutely not.
Of course. Well,
Absolutely
College
not.
is
These snotty-nosed kids.
There's too many kids. There's
Too many kids.
I don't
We
like the
agree on
rah-rah
that.
stuff
We
either. I
can
don't.
agree on that because these kids that come out of high school and they think they're way more important than they are.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we got signing day and they got the fake hats and all this. Man, get the hell out of here.
It is ridiculous.
And 45 to 60% of you, we will never hear from.
That's true.
Again.
A lot more than that.
Well, I mean, I was talking about in college.
Yeah, okay.
After
Yeah,
their
I'm with
freshman
you.
year,
Yeah.
50% of them, he's like, head to the bench.
It sounds like you're not giving running backs any respect, and we have somebody here who knows about not getting any respect, right?
Respect for me, baby. All right.
What the hell?
Now, if you were a running back, Rodney, you'd be getting no respect right now.
Oh, I tell you, the only thing I'm running right now is my mouth. You know?
Stove, I'm going to kick
Hey, I'm
your
running
ass.
up a Tampa
You
Bar.
hear me?
You guys do the show together? You and
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
we're all together.
Oh,
Us
you're all
three and then
together.
Nathan
Oh, all right.
Segura.
All
Yeah.
right.
We got
Well,
Segura and
When they allow me to talk, they never allow me to talk. I have
Because
so
you
many
say
good
dumb
points.
stuff.
and we got to listen to Blaine Gabbert enthusiasts here.
Was I right about that?
Well, let me ask you this. One show we come on the show, he said Blaine Gabbert's the
my
best
God.
quarterback in the world.
I remember Blaine
2 seconds
Gabbert.
later, he says, I'm dumping Blaine Gabbert. I'm off the Blaine Gabbert bandwagon.
Why? What
I
happened?
hate him.
What
Yeah.
happened there?
He was Blaine
Because he's
Gabbert. That's
horrible.
the problem.
Blaine Gabbert is
And
a horrible quarterback.
The next show he comes back on and says he loves Blaine Gabbert again. My point
it
is
depends on
that
how he plays.
you have no factual information.
We don't have no factual information. The guy, he
It's
throws
just
a
all
good
about
ball.
what you think.
No, right. That's fact. I think it's fact.
If he was the best quarterback, I think I would have heard of him.
If he was a
I've
quarterback,
heard- I've heard of Tom Brady.
Okay. I was wrong about that one.
Trevor,
I was wrong once.
Trevor, no, hold
Everything else I was right about.
Brian, listen. This is what Trevor does.
Give me something else I was
Every
wrong
week,
about.
we do this show on Sunday throughout the regular season. Now we're here all week. He will say throughout the
Nathan,
day on a
come
Sunday about 20 different things
Yeah.
that are just the most outrageous.
They don't make any
and
sense.
And then, like, every once in a while, one of them will come true.
One, maybe.
And so then the next Sunday, he's
Yeah.
like, eat crow, boys. Eat your crow.
You got to go with the odds.
He said that Alex Smith was the worst quarterback. He said that there were 20 backups in the NFL that are better than Alex Smith.
One of them was on his team.
Well, that's true.
That's
It
true.
just so happened,
That's
yeah.
true.
That's one. There's not 19 others that are better.
Absolutely, there are.
It was
you name
it was a
one?
horrible coincidence for him that one was on his team, though.
Thank you. No, it wasn't a coincidence.
It was terrible.
It wasn't a coincidence. Nathan. Nathan does a show
Now
with us,
Nathan's
right?
on the
Does
show
the
with you
show.
guys?
He's a
Yeah.
fantasy football guru, but he
All
also,
right.
he knows real NFL very well as well.
Nathan, how many quarterbacks are better than Alex Smith that are backups?
I disagree with you on this.
Oh, God. Goodbye. You get out of there. I brought you.
That's
here.
my point. Alex Smith is going to
Listen.
get a job next year and be a starter next year.
Yes.
yes,
And he will
but-
be
yeah.
better than Blaine Gabbert.
Absolutely.
You know what?
Blaine Gabbert might not start next year.
But what made you say that?
No, because when you watch,
crazy.
What made you say the Blaine Gabbert?
No, seriously. Playing quarterback, Alex Smith. Let's just start with Alex Smith.
No, let's start with Blaine
I'm
Gabbert.
gonna give you.
No, let me tell you why you say that.
Oh.
Because he looks good in shorts. He also
throws
can
a
throw
great
football.
ball.
He can throw a football
He
in
looks
the
good
trash
in
can.
shorts.
He can throw a football in the trash can.
That man looks good in short.